Hi guys, Ray here, City Fan TV, here with the day after review show after City beat Bournemouth away from home by 1-0. And a tough old game. It's been a run of tough old games with performances which at times have been great and other times have been ridiculous. And by ridiculous, I don't mean really good. I mean really poor. Yesterday was another case in point. With the last three games we've drawn with Chelsea, one each. Lucky to get a point out of that. We beat Brentford 1-0. We could have beaten them by more, but also again, lucky to come out with a win there. Kept a clean sheet. I don't know how we've done that. And yesterday beating Bournemouth by 1-0 yet again. All right, we kept a clean sheet. That's about as good as it gets. And a couple of decent performances as well from a couple of players. But again, Bournemouth had so many chances. So many chances. Energy now, right at the end, ex-City, not player, but he was on our books. But yeah, a few years ago we bought him for about, was it €2 million from a Turkish club, I think. Off the top of my head, years ago it was now. And then we loaned him out for a year or two. He had a good season, was it PSV? And then he got flogged to Spain, I think. We made about €10 million or £10 million profit on the kid. Anyway, he had a very good chance at the death, and when he headed it, I thought it was going in because of the angle we saw. It looked like Edison was well beat and it was going into that far corner, but we got lucky. There were other chances for Tavernier. He had a couple of really good chances. They had, I forgot the other guy's name, the really fast one. I think he came on a sub. They caused so many problems, and you know, again, it's one of these games. Some of the problems we have had were of our own making. Don't finish your chances, you can suffer. Erling Haaland, I mean, he got yanked off. He was having I think, a particularly poor game. He had his chances, didn't take them. Simple as that. He had a couple of really good ones. One early one on his right foot, which he shanked wide or sliced wide, whatever you want to call it. He missed the target. He should have been hitting the target. And there was another one in second half that I remember that he ended up, I don't think he got it out of his feet properly, and he ended up hitting it, and then the goalkeeper saved with his arm and net. So I think we should be scoring those. And there's a lot of people on social media, yes, there's fans who come out who think we should be scoring loads of goals and winning these games easily and all that. And then there's the other brigade, okay, who sit on their high and mighty perch, who say, how dare you criticise the team? How dare you, have you forgotten where we came from? Well, come on, guys, that was a long time ago now. Yeah. How long do you want to go back? Yeah, where we came from. Look, we've been a force to be reckoned with for about 15 years, okay? How far do you want to go back? In 20 years' time, we put in another shocking performance. Are you going to say, oh, guys, remember where we came from? Yeah. If you want to remember where we came from, then we shouldn't be challenging for titles and winning trophies, should we? Because we should be going back and playing the same as we were doing before. Get lost. Yeah. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, as long as it's the right one. But you're allowed to criticise. We're not asking to rack up cricket scores. I'm asking for... personally, I'm asking for better strategic decision making. Yesterday, I don't know what it was. Yes, we played in midweek. I think Pep kind of mentioned that in his press conference. Other teams have got all week to prepare. Okay? And we don't. We had a game midweek. We've got United derby next weekend. Do we have a midweek off? No, we've got a game against Luton in the FA Cup on, I think, Tuesday night. So it's tough. It's tough on our players. And unfortunately, we're not playing, I don't think, really well as a team. There are moments in games where I think, wow, we're back. We're playing fantastic football. But we're not back. And we're not playing fantastic football continuously through the game. And it's just a fleeting... it's a fleeting reminder of what we can be, what we used to be, and what we need to be. Look, let's be clear here, okay? Brentford are near the bottom of the table. They've been struggling. We scraped a win against them, okay? Bournemouth, or mid-table, but they've had I think a tough start to the 2024 where they've lost 4 and drawn 3 of their 7 league games this year. They're not in a good run of form. Chelsea before that, Chelsea. I mean, we've drawn twice with Chelsea this season. It's not good enough, you know. And that Bernard told me last week, we haven't beaten any team in the top 7? And when you think about it, you know, we've drawn with Spurs, drawn with Liverpool, got beat by Villa, we've got Arsenal in there, you know. And he's right. And you think, wow, certainly not the top 5. And we've got tough games to come against Spurs away from home. Yes, we beat them in the cup, but not the league. We've got Spurs away from home. We've got Villa to play. Villa, you know, up and down Jekyll and Hyde, but they're still in the top 4. They're still dangerous. We've got Liverpool to play, Arsenal to play. Top games, tough games to play. And we just need to be stepping it up. I think Phil Foden had a good game, got his goal. A lot of nice bits of play on the half turn or the full turn, creating space. I thought in the first half Kovacic and Nunes played pretty well. I mean, Nunes, as I said after the game, he's like in between Doku and Jack. He'll protect the ball better than Doku, but maybe not as good as Jack. But he'll offer a bit more going forward than Jack, but not as much as Doku. Maybe he's the halfway house that we need. Alvarez, was he rested or was he dropped? First game of the season that he's not started, first league game. That was interesting. No Walker. But Johnny Stones, what a guy. What a player. I mean, he weren't playing centre-back. He was playing as a number 10. He was incredible, John Stones. It was an incredible performance yesterday. He's just brilliant. He's brilliant. You can play him anywhere on that pitch. Look, Johnny Stones, you could play John Stones comfortably at right back, comfortably at centre back, comfortably. I think he can play DM or alongside a DM. He can play. He was playing as a playmaker yesterday, you know, in between the lines. Sometimes the furthest man forward, getting the ball, passing the ball, and running down the line to collect the ball. Oh wow, what a performance! But the thing is, he shone. He stood out because the rest of the team were, especially that second half, we were appalling. I'm going to use that word, appalling. Maybe it's a bit too strong, but we were. That second half, we didn't deserve to keep a clean sheet. I mean, Edison made a good save, but they had so many chances, so much possession, so much of that second half. Give Bournemouth a lot of credit. They played well, they worked hard, and they had the game plan. Now, it might just be that against the better teams we step up. But you're asking us to do something that we haven't done much of this season, and that's step up to play against those big teams. So, you know, you look at your form and you say, on current form, on previous form, I don't see how we step up and do that. Look, everybody would love to be playing like Arsenal and Liverpool right now, pumping teams. I mean, this Bournemouth team, if I'm right, not too long ago, letting 4 goals at home to Liverpool, were crushed by them in the end. They let, 4 goals into Arsenal as well. So those 2 teams pulling away from us in terms of goal difference. But the one sobering thought is we're still there. We're still in this title race. We're still in the race for the Champions League and the FA Cup. We're still in everything. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. If we win the league title this season, it'll be one of our most amazing achievements. Now, people talk and say, oh, we're only 1 point behind or ahead of where we were this season, last season. Yeah, but we only had Arsenal. We had a faltering Arsenal, you know, or about to falter Arsenal to deal with. Now we've got Liverpool and Arsenal who are going full throttle right now. So it's a different scenario. But as I said, if we win the league title this season, it will be an amazing achievement because, you know, we're not as good as we used to be. I'm just hoping that KDB can start the game against United, start the game against Liverpool. Haaland comes back to something like his best. Doku shines. He hasn't got an assist or a goal, I think, since we beat Bournemouth 6-1. Yes, he's been injured for about 3 or 4 weeks, but he's dropped down in terms of, you know, where he was and where he needs to be. But we march on. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you can hit that bell icon, you'll be notified as soon as new videos come out. And it's my last day walking these streets for a few weeks anyway. I'm coming back to the UK today, so hopefully get a few more videos out with Bernard over the next couple of weeks before back over here continuing the tour. Guys, take care, and we'll see you around Blues.